Hello everybody and welcome back to the 2020 Toronto Island Maple Leaf coverage presented by True North Disc Golf. We have round 3 chase card coverage for you today. Final round.
Final round. This is it. If you ain't moving today, you ain't moving.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the getting down to the nitty gritty here. This is where all the pressure comes in. It's a big tournament. Tournament.
You know, this is and it's great that it's on that Labor Day weekend. You get to spread it out. You get to feel like a champ. You know, you go over the island. And this was an interesting event under COVID times. Here we are, Mr. Cam Zanini and Mr. B here, rocking it and socking it, jocking it, locking it. The island is challenging enough at best of times. Oh, look at this guy!
Gotta get my pre-round snacks in, you know.
And it was in 2017 that you turned pro, playing your first ever tournament here on the island at the TIML.
Yeah, this was my first pro event. Jamie with the quick turn. Holy smokes!
Wow, you don't want to meet that guy in an alleyway.
That's looking at the lead card there. He's like, I'm coming for you, boys. We got.
First time we've seen Double G, the Grootenizer. Look at him. Now, Greg, you've been playing for quite a long time now. 1,000 rated round, almost 20 grand in career earnings. Very nice. Don't tell the IRS. Scotty liked those shorts.
Bringing him back on coverage. Scotty J. Oh yeah,
working it.
So he's actually wearing the polo from the Toronto Maple Leaf a couple of years ago.
Oh,
and so fitting.
Good
Final round of TIML is going to wear that one. Looking at hole 18 of the previous round, myself with the lone birdie. And 3 pars on hole 18. So coming into round 3, I'm currently at 8 under par. Jamie's at 6, and I think GG's at 3, and Scotty J's also at 3, if I've said that correctly.
They won't be there for long, that's for sure.
Anyway, moving on. Hole 1, par 4, 576. Good drive ended up right about here. Like I said, great drive ending up here. Phenomenal drive ending up here, if you ever make it here. But this play is like a 2-shot hole. You want to bite off about 2/3 of the distance off the tee with a nice straight to stable drive and then a straight putter mid to the basket.
Just make sure to Lego his ego, for he's been hitting the iron for his physical game and smiting the irony for his mental game. His goal is to be the Teflon Don of the drive, so never ask him about the business. From Niagara Falls, Cam, Captain Jack Sparrow Zanini.
I love the pirate reference. I love it. That's fantastic.
I was definitely doing some deep dives on the Instagram.
If you guys don't know, I'm the biggest Pirates of the Caribbean fan. Anything Pirates, so. Throwing a Sexton Firebird here. I think it was a little bit windier today. This was like the coldest day of the 3 and the windiest for sure. We definitely had some rain possible forecasted, so.
I actually was not.
Next on the tee. You know, there's nothing left to say. I've said too much. This guy, Jamie Pay.
Short and sweet.
So a lot of people came up and they were like, hey, where's Paul? Is he in the bushes? I was at home at my desk talking over the phone.
Yeah, I remember that. You were over the speaker this time, yeah. Jamie going with that gray D2.
I stayed home because of the weather, but you guys, you have to go out there and play in it. And man, sometimes it's a wonderful sport. It's amazing passion.
Our next player is currently seeking investors in a slew of mediocre ideas. Notable among them, his petting zoo for sharks and manatee water polo. Perhaps he needs to put those ideas back into the hopper. Perhaps he needs a bigger hopper. Maybe he doesn't even have a hopper. Anywho, he's the lunging Longshanks looking to keep moving up to the penthouse. On the tee from Brampton, Greg Grootenboer.
Me in the background, kind of losing my cool. Laughing at it.
Some of these people are like, enough already, let me throw.
Yeah, Greg's one of those guys. He likes to have a nice smooth flow to the round. A little early. I'm not sure if it kicked out or not, but.
Well, you hit the nail on the head when you said he's got the long, straight drives. I mean, he learned at Brampton.
In answer to the question, what happened to Dustin on Stranger Things? I present this player. He's lost his speech impediment, although he still finds the words for birdie and par tough to say. Here's hoping he can slay the Demogorgon today, the boy with kaleidoscope eyes and strawberry curls forever. From Toronto, Scott, always my Membo Jameson.
I forgot about the Stranger Things reference because he's got the curly hair for it too. That was funny.
He finds the words birdie and par tough to say. Sorry, Scotty, it was there. But that's a great looking drive to start.
Perfect drive from Scotty.
Again, a lot of, this especially, I was sitting at home, so I couldn't see the reaction, so I felt free to just give her.
Yeah.
And, you guys have to get it together and throw a nice drive on this hole.
Gigi with the unicorn sidearm.
Oh, got a bad
Sit down.
hit.
Sit down. Sit down. Pump the brakes.
Okay, he'll work it from there.
Yeah. Not ideal, but it's not. I mean, it could be worse. You could be 2 feet more to the right and then have nothing.
There you go.
It's a little too much turn. Good roll. Should be up and down for a bogey unless Greg wants to get a highlight on us already. Jamie, a little bit pinched off. Him and Scotty are actually a little bit shorter than I thought they were. Is he going to go low right side here? Try to skip one, or is he going to try and fandangle a flip shot?
Oh, that looks like it's
Okay, he's
all
going
power. Not much skip out there.
On
Oh,
the
but
side,
still.
He got around the bush.
I say there's not much
Okay.
skip, and he skipped it like he's Tony Hawk pulling a half-pipe trick.
Yeah. Scotty J. Another line a little bit higher.
Oh.
A little wider. I think he got a little bit of a tree kiss down there, but not terrible. Throwing that same Firebird, because again, I felt a little headwind come here, and it kind of got away from me a little bit. I didn't expect it to hold straight that much. So I think the wind kind of might have caught it, or I might have thrown it bad. Who knows? I'll never know. It's never my fault, right? Greg with a smooth dart throw. Throwing bullseyes
Okay.
with it.
Still, when you get a bad drive, you just want to just pick it up and
Yeah,
move along.
Especially at the island, you got to take your medicine. It helps you hurt less. So I got a long look for birdie. Got some metal. Got a point. See if Scotty J can smack that spin putt right in there.
Oh,
Nubbed again.
nothing but nubbins.
Iron unkind, as one Ian Anderson would say.
There you go.
3 for 3 on this hole for the
Way to
weekend.
go. What a tournament
That
there,
is
bud.
huge. Total is, wow. Total of 9 strokes on it. That's impressive.
I've taken 9 one time around. Okay, just shake it off of those scrutinizing shoulders of yours, bud.
Yeah. Scotty and myself just tapping in 4.
That was another thing in terms of rules advancements. Being able to just use your disc as the marker and not have to mark every shot like that.
Yeah,
It
for
seems-
sure. Yeah. It's player's choice, right?
Yeah,
So.
but it used to be you always had to mark it. And that was like dude, I'm going to hit my head on the bats. That's
yeah,
good.
sometimes you just want to just grab another putter and pop her in, you know? So, 1 birdie, 2 pars, and a bogey. That's probably a normal scorecard. Greg,
That's
I
a
know
good-looking
probably-
crew of guys there right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
The whole weekend's been a handsome bunch of
That
boys.
has,
you
boy.
know?
That's I mean, Casey's not there to up the
Oh, I
glamour
know,
count.
Lady Killer Casey 10K. Hole 2, par 3, 357. Ideally, it's a power flat to hyzer sidearm or backhand roller. I believe there's a local play to go hyzer over the road, but I think TD didn't want that to happen mainly because of it's over the road.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people walking. So,
Ken Little was the TD for this edition, and he
Mhm.
did a fantastic job.
oh, definitely, he did a very good job. Jamie, that's a little bit low.
We got a great shot of his Prodigy disc logo.
Yeah. And Ken actually had probably one of the best cheerleaders up on that desk with Hannah the dog.
Hannah really
Oh,
stole
yeah.
the show.
Yeah. So I'm going with,
Oh, that's a sizzler. Look at
I
that.
think that's, yeah, it's a destroyer. With a straighter one. And didn't really get
Nice.
a big skip like I thought I was going to get, but I'm in range.
You're kind of out, you just as long as you're far enough around that tree to be able to have a completely open putt.
Yes, exactly. Scotty
Get down,
trying to
get down.
push
there
it.
you go.
Okay, he got past it.
Oh, that's gorgeous. But look at that.
Probably would have
fell
ace
off
ran
him.
the short placement.
Now, one year, Scotty was running the tournament, and where that little tree is near where he landed used to be a big willow, and it fell in the middle of the tournament.
It fell in the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I was playing a board game with Scotty over Tournament Central, and people came running.
Oh my goodness.
What did they expect Scotty to do? Pick up the tree and move it?
GG.
Get off that. Oh,
Well, not the worst kick.
not the worst, but that
geez.
limb right there especially has been a deuce hunter killer.
Yeah, he's definitely not the start that he was looking for, but oh boy.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. You
nice.
see the wind just blow it back?
That is some expert knowledge in effect right there.
Wow. Scotty with a long birdie attempt. Easy par. Myself, I don't really remember what wind I had here. If I had any wind. I had to spin it underneath that
Yeah.
freaking little tree I always end up behind.
There is some wind there. Look at it ripple in
Yeah,
his
you
shirt.
see, this is like I said, this is the windiest day of the 3 because there is a possibility of a big storm coming in. GG, just a
he
little
knew
bit high
right.
right. Yeah.
As soon as he released it, he knew.
Yep. Saving my par. It's a good mini catch, actually. I'm proud of that one. Not bad. If only I was as good as throwing as I am at catching.
It is, speaking of throwing and catching, one of the things that we saw, the boost in attendance here at this tournament because of COVID, we've got a lot of Ultimate players playing disc golf.
Oh, absolutely. There's been a big boom in Ultimate players. I know one of the new FPO players, I think it's Kat Johnson, I believe,
Okay.
is another Ultimate player.
Well, we welcome them to the
yeah.
game. I always call disc golf the ultimate retirement plan, so
I mean,
welcome
you know
aboard,
what?
gang.
Well, that's why Brody Smith transitioned. He had too many knee surgeries, and now he's like, disc golf's way less stressful on the body, and I'm still throwing discs. So
Yeah.
can't complain. Now look at him, he's over 1,000 rated.
Oh, jeez.
All the haters can quiet down because he's probably better than you. Hole 3, par 4, 543. Another good roller hole off the drive. Typically, the landing zone is right about here and 30 feet left for the backhand, and it leaves you a nice, gentle putter shot into the green from there.
Yeah, once you can get past that the neck of that gap, you're out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you kind of have to really push it to get a good placement.
Got to get a bit of a flip. I think,
but look at that
yeah,
wind
the
coming
wind
in
just
there.
caught it. Yeah, it looked like it wanted to flip over. It's still not that bad though. But you
That's
can
that
tell.
contested zone between 16 and 3.
Yeah, right in the middle. I think I'm going that same destroyer as the previous hole.
There you go. You're looking like you're riding it a lot better there.
Yeah, that was probably my best drive I've had so far. I don't know what this disc is. It's got the end of a protostar on it, but I'm not sure what it is.
Ooh, look at this. Oh,
I think
just
it
fell
needed
out
about
of the sky.
4 or 5 more feet of height. The wind just smacked it.
It's tough because it's swirling around down there. You can't, there's not one typical direction that the wind's always coming that you can play.
Right to Greg's right is the bathroom, and that's where hole 4's tee is, and it kind of comes off the little bridge in the water there.
Yeah.
And then this fairway funnels it through that gap to a headwind. So you got a crosswind off the tee, and then a headwind up there, and then probably some sort of head cross tail on the green.
Yeah,
So,
and then the stuff comes off the water too. It's,
Yep.
All right, Scotty, don't get phased here.
That buzz again.
There you go. But still, a little action on that wind.
Like, I mean, it's so tough to read.
Once you see the silver on the leaves on the island, then you know it's
Yeah, you
starting
know
to
it's
pick up.
getting windy. Greg, I think this is his whippet. Or whippet, I'd like to call it.
That was actually my first ever golf disc. I bought
Really?
a Whippet and an AVR. And I
Really?
thought, why is this driver going 90 degrees to the left?
It's one
Why
of those,
do they make it
old,
like
it's
this?
an old school utility disc, yeah. Speaking of utility, this is my rhinoceros.
Now, that's not
Beca-
afraid of a
no.
little wind.
Just because it's windy, but I just didn't quite get enough behind it. But still putting. Amy, I want to say it's an A2 or an A3.
I'd say
Either way,
that's
it's A1.
That's F and A right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's playing this hole pretty well too. Like he's got number 1 dialed in.
Yeah, he
He's got
does.
this
He's
one
got,
dialed
he's got
in.
this first couple starting holes really on lock. Greg,
Oh.
Thanks.
that was his really soft wizard he likes to go to when it's a little windy out. Scotty from the stuff.
All over the basket, boys.
Yep. And back edge of the circle for a 3. Snuck her in the
Boom.
bucket.
Nice.
There we go. That one felt good.
Look at you all chilly most.
Yeah.
Like the Daddy Mac.
I think it was at the International Center.
Everybody else tapping in their pars, I believe.
That's a good looking putt.
That's where I want to hit it. You know, a couple inches over the cage, right in the center. It's got no chance to spit out, even though my disc still finds a way to do it.
Even though
not on those ones.
They all say, you know, you have to be making those 30-footers. Once you get inside the circle, you got to make them. It can still, like, once you're at the back edge of that circle, it can still be.
It's a tough putt, you know. Like I like to step putt personally, so I prefer to be 35 than 30. But hole 4, par 3, 358. This is your gut check, start of the round.
We can definitely see, if you're looking at the graphics on the side, kilometer an hour windage is 23, and it's only 8 degrees. So
yeah, it's a little chilly out there. The wind definitely made it feel cold. Like if you're in the woods and the wind wasn't kicking up as bad, it's not too bad of a temperature. But out here, you know, you can see it's kind of overcast day and a little chilly.
Now, the one thing that's different this year from previous years when we've had the TIML on the Labor Day weekend is because of COVID, there's no Canadian X National Exhibition, which means usually there's the air show. So all weekend long they'd be doing the practice flights, and especially here is where you'd see them, you know, F-18 barrel rolls or B-52s flying by.
I remember that. Yeah, this is the tee pad. You can see them. And this tee shot was particularly difficult because, like, as you saw with mine and Jamie's discs, they were kind of dancing in the wind, and I threw my most stable destroyer, and it stayed straight. So thankfully I got a good kick and bounce, but you can tell it's really pushing through this gap.
Nice. There, get it low.
A little bit of flip. It's coming in a little softer.
Whenever you get big headwinds like that.
Yeah, that's about 35 feet, and that's a very safe putt to run.
I believe we've seen Jamie put it right there, haven't we?
I think so, yeah. That's kind of where I'm intending to land as well. Scotty, a little long, but he stays out of the stuff. Okay, yeah, still in the circle.
He should be able to make that. Oh, a sidearm approach.
Oh, I had to throw my flat top Star Monster there because it was so windy that I needed something fast and ridiculously overstable to cut through the wind.
Wow.
There, I would probably do a jump putt from there, but it was such a headwind that I just had to get underneath it.
Wait, you played that textbook perfection. Now let's see what
Greg from.
Get
in
there. Go, nice birdie.
Get that soft dart in there, our pro dart.
That'll put that smile on your face.
Making Nate Sexton proud, throwing the dart. Oh yeah, dancing the jig on the rim, and popping right in there.
Whew.
Chantel in the background, eye in the good coverage. Also following Chris on the catch cam there. Jamie, a little high.
Got up in that wind, had it sail over the top.
Scotty had the Sexton spinner. Oh, just a bit high. Oh, sit down.
Oh.
Okay. Aiming for par.
There you go.
Good clean up there.
Yep, to the kayakers out there in the canal. There you go, Scotty.
Clean up from Scotty. That putt can get away from a lot of people. You know, it's only 20 feet, but 20 feet for bogey feels a lot longer than 20 feet for a par.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So. Scotty going the back door.
He's got to take some time to think about that. Walk it off. Look at that. It looks like the bayou down there.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting area of the park. But a well-designed hole nonetheless. Another even scorecard for the group. Greg with a great birdie. Getting his round back on track there. Scotty unfortunate 4. But he's probably looking at this next hole and saying, okay, I can get this one back, no problem. He's probably birdied hole 5 more than any other hole in the course.
Yeah, it's just right there. I mean, it's only 315 feet. All you have to do is just lay something out there perfectly and either come in before that tree or just after that tree.
Yeah. either side of it. Like I said, take one little hop, skip, and a jump to Grandma's house, get some fresh cookies and a birdie.
I like that kind of grandma. Fresh birdies, always ready to go.
Yeah, hot and ready. Okay, I'm not sure what this one is. I want to say it's a T-bird.
That looks like just what we talked about. Lay it
Either
out
way, it
there.
looks like a pretty good shot there.
That should be in dirt territory.
I think so. Jamie with his FX2, kind of like Prodigy's faster Firebird, I would say, maybe. Yeah, you see, he ripped that thing flat and it's just going
Boom, look
nowhere
at
but
that
left.
thing.
That's going to get a nice little hop, too, because it's
Okay.
got the aggressive skip behind it. I'm throwing my Sexton Firebird here. I finally threw this one good.
And with a sweet skip. A little bounce forward. That should be hopefully no problem. Don't think those overhanging branches are in the way enough.
I don't think so on that one. Scotty's
Come on,
hanging
Scotty,
a little wide.
Move. Don't hit them.
Oh, well, actually, he's behind the tree, but he's just outside the circle, so.
Well, normally this kind of putt, he's all over it, but with this wind, you just can't tell.
And you know what? Those branches there they're kind of swaying up and down. Great putt, Scotty.
Goes the dynamite. Way to go. Look at that champion's run.
What are we saying? He had that no problem.
Boy, he's the total package. He's the Gilligan and skipper.
Look at him.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah. See, those branches are kind of swaying up and down, so he had to time it. He missed that little overhanger right there.
Scotty's got a great putt. It's great to see when it gets back on track.
He does. He's got a nice direct spin putt right through the wind.
Nice. Good birdie. Now, when you're holding your putt up like that, that's basically covering your vision of the basket, right?
Yeah, so the reason I changed, because I used to be a Heiser spin putter. This Greg taps in a good birdie.
Nice
the reason I changed is when I was in Arizona last year, I watched Calvin Heimberg in person win the Memorial, and I thought he had the most down-to-business basic game plan, where it's like minimal effort into every throw and just easy mechanics. And then, so the following day, I was practice putting at Vista del Camino with my friend Ricky Steeler and Justin Billadu, and we were doing putting impersonations. As Jamie Moon walks on in the distance, we were doing putting impersonations, and I tried Calvin Heimberg's putt. And I turned to Ricky, I'm like, why is this working? And I kept it online easier, and he's like, dude, just roll with it. So since Arizona last year, I've been putting like Calvin Heimberg, and I'm able to keep it more on line of the pole. So I don't miss left or right too much. And
it's not easy to change your putt up like that.
Yeah, I realized if I cover my face like that, that's covering the basket along with the distractions behind the basket.
Okay.
So when I bring it down, the first thing I see is the first chain link I see, which is in the center of the pole, and there's my vantage point, right?
There's your focus. Hole number 6.
614-foot par 4. Probably the hardest birdie to obtain in these first 6, I would think.
Absolutely.
Maybe hole 4 might give it a run for its money, but this one's definitely, you have to earn it off the drive and the approach. You can't just throw a big drive and be like, okay, simple putter up shot. Nope.
Looks like a fairly perfect.
That's perfect right there, right on in that dirt spot. That's the ideal landing zone.
We've already seen some great success when people drive it to that part.
Definitely. That's where you want to be. Jamie with D2, I think.
Oh, he's
early again.
He saws it off a lot on this hole.
I think he's got that bubble, though. He might be okay.
It's tough to tell from this angle.
He's laughing either way. Sexton Firebird, again, because it's a little windier today, so I just thought, play the stability.
Yeah.
And I ended up directly behind that tree.
That's a tough one.
So,
especially when you need to have a full swing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not the farthest off the tee either. Like, if I was beside the tree, either side I'd be okay. Scotty got a good kick back to the fairway. But that tree's probably still like 340, 350 from the basket.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Sit down.
Oh, no.
Not sure where it ended up, but yeah, see, yeah, here's my lie. And I just didn't get it over. I wanted to.
That's that Sexton Firebird again, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to get an ante and kind of play with the fairway and hyzer into the opening of that mouth and have a jump putt. I just didn't quite get it over, and now I'm in the worst rough you can possibly be in.
Okay, that's
Jamie with
not
a
so
good
bad.
recovery. Yeah, Scotty with
the third shot. Oh.
This might be starting
From
to play.
tree to shining tree.
Yeah, starting to play army golf here. Left, right, left, right. And then Greg's going like, what are you guys doing? Just throw it in the middle.
Oh, it's so easy, isn't it?
Oh,
and then when you get some help like
there you
that.
go. That's the Brampton bounce off the tree. Okay.
Oh, Scotty's just clipping some lumber all over the place.
Okay,
Still, it
he
worked
got
out
around
good.
it. All right, that's minimizing the damage. So I'm very pinched off here.
Wow.
Patent pending, beat up putter. I just had to get it up in the air and turned and then hope for the best. That's probably the best that could have happened. So leaving myself a long jump putt for par. Jamie in a much better positioning.
Oh,
That's a great shot.
nice.
This is one of the greens you can really kind of run it because it is lush
Yeah.
ground. There's a lot of clovers and thick grass in this one, so it's not going to skip too much. Greg
It's
with
got that nice
yeah,
deep bowl back there.
Yeah.
There you
See, even
go.
though like I know it's a soft putter, but that was coming in with some heat, and it just put the brakes on quick. So here I am to save my par from probably 60 feet.
Ooh, got some
A little
metal.
high,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
Nice bit.
Yeah, laughing it off, but Scotty with a good
Okay,
bogey putt,
bogey.
actually.
Considering how deep he was off his drive,
Yeah,
or the fact that he hit,
Yeah.
sorry, not the drive, but the second shot.
definitely. So Greg with the tap and par, I'm tapping in a bogey.
Hmm.
Not what I wanted,
There's the
but you
first
know,
dark mark.
yeah. But I mean, if it's any hole it's gonna happen on, it's probably gonna be this one for me. Jamie slow-mo picking up his putter.
He's mugging well for the cameras
yeah,
today.
Oh yeah, he's definitely lively behind the lens, that's for sure. So
All right, well that's a tough sequence right there, but you know, probably as best as you guys could have done.
yeah, that's probably not an
Under the
uncommon score to
conditions.
have on that hole. 2 bogeys, 2 pars. Moving on to hole number 7. It's a par 3, 382 feet, straight up the gut. The one mature tree right there is the one you want to just kind of break in front of on a little bit of an ante and have it just glide out straight. Take a nice little scoot up to the basket. Ideally, that's the ideal plan, but sometimes it doesn't work that way.
No, it's never a perfect world, but sometimes you get the perfect drive.
And this is the green that was strange because that gap over there goes to hole 10's fairway, and the wind can come through that gap,
Right.
and also come through the gap that goes to hole 8's fairway, and also rifle through this
Ooh.
gap. So you never know what's going to happen up there. So I got a little high, but you got fortunate to get through, and you should have a nice hyzer to the green from there.
It's tough to tell where he landed because that,
Yeah.
that could be flirting with some bad stuff there.
Fortunately, he's 17 feet tall, so you'd have no problem. Jamie, this looks good.
Oh, there's a good looking drive there, bud.
High, similar to where he was last
Yep.
round.
Gets a little clap.
This is a Savant. I think I threw this in there for the tournament because I need a little more of a stable Thunderbird flight. And right up there with Jamie. So I think I was expecting the wind to kind of keep it straight a bit more, and then it just did nothing to it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's putting much action on the disc.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Scotty's
read
actually
what
got it
happened to
pretty
you
good here.
guys.
Yeah, Scotty's made the correction. That's
Boom.
coming for the shins.
Way to go, Ginger.
I gotta know what that green disc is. Scotty, if you're watching, let us know what that green disc is, because you throw it a lot. You throw it really well.
Let me know if I gave that to you as well.
Greg with another sidearm. This isn't his typical
Oh,
throw.
yeah, you could tell.
See, he was more buried than I thought he was.
Not very comfortable with that
Yeah.
sidearm, though. That's really I see a lot of players playing with the especially with throwing the big drives. When I first started, you didn't throw the sidearm. If you wanted to throw the turnover, you had to learn the turnover.
Yeah. That's kind of a new school throw, but now, I mean, if you don't have it, I mean, there are top pros like Caleb Iska, James Conrad. Oh, Jamie's taking a shout out here. There's a few top pros that don't particularly use a sidearm, but they do have it in their arsenal, so it definitely is important to learn.
Boom,
yeah,
Yaka!
Jamie
Look
with
at the
the shout-out.
confidence.
Oh,
There
and
you
kiss
go,
back
right
to the
back
camera.
at you, slick. But the thing about the sidearm is if you don't use it too often, when you pull it out in those critical situations, it can
Yeah,
really go
it's-
south.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually a good catch by the basket. there.
Beautiful. Well, yeah,
Jammer.
he's high and left.
Bang.
And
Oh, the little slow-mo
there you
kiss.
go.
So I'm from. I think I was
Little bit
a
closer.
foot in front of Jamie here.
Nice.
I didn't realize he did a shout out, and I saw him
Shazam.
do that, and I had to do it too. So.
Well, you get
Oh,
two
nice
shooter
replay.
McGavins.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but yours, you could tell, like right almost from there.
Yeah.
There's no question. Up
Oh.
in the ante. Nice.
I'm a ham, and I love it.
So that's 3 birdies on that
Yeah,
one.
3
That's
birdies.
pretty damn sweet.
Yeah. Actually, you know, for only being 381 and kind of a straight shot, it's very rare to see more than 2 actually on a card. And Greg with the unfortunate bogey, but he was more pinched off of his drive than I initially thought he was.
Yeah, he's probably going to be thinking to himself, I got to talk to Duong about some sidearm lessons.
So, overall,
Wow.
2 under par for the card on that hole. It's still pretty good.
You and Jamie Pace scorching a pace there. Scotty getting back a little bit
Getting
more
back to
under.
even, yeah. Greg unfortunately getting to +1, but it's only 7 holes in, and he's got the game for the whole back 9 to just shred it. So as long as he places it, he's probably going to score.
Oh, and we've got the dancing pixie here. We know we're in some trouble when they bring out the fairy tales. Look at that. It's an ogre and an elf dancing together.
No offense to Carl and Nico. Then we got the man, Dave Slater.
He wouldn't mind a little offense.
Yeah, or Slave Dater, if you want to get weird with it. Directing us down this gauntlet of a fairway here of hole 8, par 4, 656 feet. Plays like 1256, like I mentioned earlier.
The daunting gauntlet. This is the hole, and you walk out of here. If you're not bleeding, you're doing something right.
Yeah, if you take a 4, you're loving life.
Okay,
With
this
that
looks
M4,
good.
yeah,
this
this
looks
looks
better
really
than the last
good.
time.
Yep, good spot.
Perfect.
I have personally witnessed Marty go turn over rock, straight rock, to about 3 inches from the pole on this one, and I'm like, okay, well, welcome to Open. This is my overstable destroyer again, and I went
get out of
too
there.
far. I thought it was good, but I just got a little too much.
So hard to tell from the
steam.
tee.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
That little bubble right there kind of creeps up on you. Scotty.
Uh-oh.
I'd
That's not going to
imagine it's
move
a
over
buzz,
enough.
Probably.
Oh, maybe look at it go.
Wow, that's some trust. Get over that.
That looked like some Michael
Oh.
J. Fox
Maybe
type stuff right
behind
there.
and on the other side of that opening.
Hopefully. That was too good of a drive to be punished like that. Greg, I don't know what this one is.
That looks like a typical fast flyer that's going to
But
maybe
I
break out of it.
do know it's a pretty good shot, Dave.
Way to go,
right
Slater
there,
Sands.
boys. So I think. Okay, so we're all 3 of us are behind this. Okay, so that's rough too. 'Cause this is totally blind,
Flex shot over there.
and that's
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
If you can walk out of there with a 4, man, that's you got.
Yeah, so I got to go tomahawk here, which I rarely ever do. I just wanted to place it in the middle, and
So for throwing the sidearm, it's surprising that you don't throw the tomahawk.
yeah, it's just not it's tomahawk or thumber. It's not really a comfortable throw for me. I was never a baseball player, so trying to throw that like vertical shot, it just doesn't really compute to my brain.
And when you see some people just only throw that,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like oof.
you want to get behind the rules commission and
Yeah,
change
really.
the rules to make that
See,
an
even
illegal
Scotty
shot.
as well. He had to go tomahawk.
But it wasn't off the tee.
No, it was not, so it's better. So I'm doing a patent pending with a flippy rock 3 here, just trying to get a putt at this point. And
Ooh,
I think I'm 35 feet there,
hooped up maybe behind those stumps.
right in the ragweed, or golden rods, whatever they're called. It's actually not a bad shot from that positioning, right as well, right up there at circle's edge.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's about 35 feet away, I guess.
Greg on his 3rd, throwing that dart. Okay, his legs are 8 feet long, so he should have no problem with that one. So, Greg and I have a funny joke sometimes. So if we're playing in a wooded course, and I have a straddle putt, I can be like, Greg, can I borrow your legs for about 30 seconds? And then sometimes he'll have to crawl into the woods. He's like, can I borrow your height, Cam, for 30 seconds? So we never let each other borrow it. So
Might be hard to get that back.
yeah, Jamie, just
Okay,
trying to stop the
Jamie.
bleeding here.
Yeah.
Should be okay from there.
Now Cam going for the big
Just
putt
just
here.
outside the circle. I had to putt through the goldenrods.
Boom! Oh, he's got his range there.
I was happy to
Nice.
get that one, yeah. Like I said, I'd rather be 35 feet than 30. So,
Yeah, I've never been able to do that step putt, but the guy who won the Worlds when the first time was ever off the continental United States here on the Toronto Island, he was known as the step putter, Greg Hosfeld, the Miniac.
oh yeah.
He
okay.
would walk up to his putt, no matter how far it was away. He never walked beyond it, but...
Really?
Oh,
Another one of
Scotty.
those high right chain outs for him.
Hosfeld ended up tying Mike Sullivan, the local Golden Boy, for first. They had a 4-hole playoff,
Oh, wow.
and Hosfeld, Sully just cut through on a 20-footer.
Oh, that's rough. That is so rough.
There you go, Greg.
Attaboy, good par.
And the irony of ironies was, as I was saying earlier in an earlier video, where there were a lot of houses on the Toronto throughout all this area. Where the basket was, it would have been in his grandfather's backyard.
Really?
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's rough. You never want to see a spit out cost
No, a world
cost
championship.
especially a 20-footer. I mean, he basically made it, and it's just like, no, sorry. That's rough.
Mind you, that was '87 technology, so
The old Mach
they
1,
weren't throwing with the kind of disc that you guys are throwing with.
Yeah. So
It's
we got-
amazing to see the disc golf evolution.
It's crazy. So, 2 pars, 2 bogeys. That's quite common.
Here we are on the
Very
last
rarely
hole
will
of the
you ever
front
see a
9.
3.
Sorry to talk over
That's
you there,
okay.
bud.
Hole 9, par 3, 325. The second gut check of the round. Witness of Oyster Boy's ace in round 1, Clayton Morgan. Again, you got to hang it over the water. To get the birdie, you got to hang it over the water. And a safe play is a bailout 40 feet to the fire hydrant and then have a death putt that way.
Now, what do you got there?
That's my Las Vegas Destroyer again, my most stable one. I want to get the speed for this one.
You're not making any mistakes there. You're putting
Yeah,
it
a
out.
bit of a fast skip. I think I got a little too inside. I didn't really know what the wind was going to do off the water. 'Cause normally it's coming off the water, but
Yeah.
today it was swirling, so I guess I just didn't quite trust it as much as I probably should have.
Now, is the wind? It's hard to tell here because we can't really see the branches being bent. Was it still as strong as it was?
I don't quite remember. I think we might have been blocked on this one, but I know. See, Jamie's hanging it out wide,
Wow.
and
That's really wide.
See, it is pushing over. So, but we can't feel it
Look at
from the
that.
tee, so it is hard to trust that it's going to do that.
I'm praying.
Because if it doesn't and it somehow drops it, you probably should basically just re-tee at that point.
Yeah.
You can move up to basically the
Ooh.
short tee. This looks good from Scotty.
That looked real good.
Now, I just
Oh,
want
yeah.
to do a quick shout out to a friend of mine, Joe Finkelman. He actually played in this tournament in the AM Masters years and years and years ago. He hit a boat twice from the tee.
Really?
Same boat.
Same
Really,
boat
man?
twice. That's hilarious.
He threw, hit the boat. He's like, okay, wait, guys, I got one more.
And he hit it again. Oh my word.
Oh,
Greg, just a little left. And you saw mine. I was a little bit low. I
little bit low.
didn't know what the wind was doing, and I just didn't quite commit to it. Scotty's got a.
oh,
Jammer.
that's beautiful, Scotty J. That's Mimbo action right there. Come on, give it a little dap to the camera. Nothing?
He's
Okay.
all business today.
There you go.
Jamie with a good birdie.
Nice.
Even that putt right there, that 20-footer, you can see the willow behind
Yeah.
it. It's definitely blowing, and it's blowing towards the water, which was strange. Greg putting on an elevated basket, which is like him putting on a normal-sized basket. For me.
That is a beautiful addition, what they've done there with the
Oh,
stumps.
it's gorgeous, yeah. Definitely gorgeous. There's the old boats going by.
One of those boats, well, maybe not one of them, but parked in one of those places.
It's hilarious. He hit the same one twice. What are the odds, right? You know?
And the funny thing is, the guy who was in the boat came running out, and he was looking across the other side of the island, because who's going to throw a frisbee
I mean,
that
yeah, who's
far?
going to throw across a river, you know?
Well, it's a big front nine there with this crew. 2 big birdies there to finish off that 9th hole.
Yeah, 200 par for the group on that one. That's good. No casualties. Everyone's got some red on their scorecard. You can tell this the island's showing her teeth this round, definitely.
Scotty, look at that. He's not too. He's a little averse to pars there. He got over his par.
Well, I mean, your
Dependency.
statement at the beginning of the round was correct.
Right.
Some pars hard to come, but even though he's got 3 of each, actually,
Look at that.
it's a great
It's
birdie. from
Christmas
Greg
colors.
there.
You're getting ready a little early there, bud.
Yeah, another good putt from Scotty. all tournaments so far, we've had a lot of highlights in each 9. You
Yeah.
know, and not just in each round, but every 9 holes we've had a couple good ones. So.
And once again, please do look us up. Look up True North Disc Golf. It's a strong team with an incredible inventory, great selection of discs, everything you need here. Great people that are going to serve you. And when we do open up again, you'll be able to go hog wild in here.
Make sure you come in with a set amount of money, because if you don't and you start browsing, it's probably not good for your bank account. I know by experience.
Well, what can happen in this final? So we're moving into the final 9 holes of the tournament, and we're beyond moving day, but this is the chance to really.
This is coming down to the wire here. This is where all the strokes are starting to matter a lot more, and you got 9 holes left, and this back 9 is unforgiving. So you got to make it count where you get them. So
stay hot, boys.
Yeah, be sure to tune back in for the final 9 holes coming up right after this.